Hi everybody, I am going to show you how we're going to sew the elastic on the back of the Laguna top. This is an optional step. If you line it, you can leave it out. I choose not to line my back because I prefer a little bit extra stability at the top with the elastic. Yesterday when we cut our elastics, remember I said to put about an inch extra before so you have something to grab. So I've got stitches at a 4 width and 0.5 length on my zigzag. I'm going to want my stitches centered across my elastic. So I'm going to drop my needle down. I'm going to put an anchoring stitch so I can get this bobby pin off that was holding it. Now, I've got my bobby pin halfway, marking my halfway part of my elastic. I'm going to have to stretch my elastic because my material is longer than my elastic. So I'm going to put back down. I'm going to hold the of my elastic and I'm going to stretch. I'm going to hold it the opposite way. So then I'm just stretching as I go. And I'm just stretching the elastic enough that it matches the width of the, push off my bobby pin. And then at the end I've got my extra little flap too, so I've got something to hold on when I get to the very, very end. So I'm just going to keep going. You want to keep the edge of the elastic right along the edge of the swim material, the bodice, the back bodice. I'm going to take out my last bobby pin. I will show you how it has gathered the top of the bodice evenly. All your stitches should be a uniform size. That means you stretched it evenly. Now what we're going to do, we're not going to trim this off yet, these ends, because we need to sew. We're going to flip it and we're going to sew along this edge, and this is going to be the edge of our elastic that's folded on. It's going to look like this from the top. I always sew from the right side, but the underside is going to look like this. Okay? Now, move my camera back. You want a little bit of your stitch to fall off of the elastic. So I have found with my regular foot and a stitch width of 4, if I line up the edge of the fabric with the edge of my foot, it's perfect. So I'm going to get a little bit. And you want to stretch this back, the elastic back out as you sew. So what I do is I kind of hold it, I'm stretching it with my left hand, and I'm kind of grabbing this material right here with my thumbnail, so that way this edge is as tight as it should be. And If I had to recut the elastic, I would leave probably a 2-inch tail, just so it's a little easier to grab the first couple of stitches. But when you're sewing elastic in the round, it's easier because you have something to grab onto. Now hold it in the back, but I'm holding it down with my right hand, stretching the elastic, and my left hand is kind of pulling the elastic towards the fabric towards the left, so it stays tight against the edge of the elastic. And again, you'll want to reposition your hands every little bit. Usually when I get right behind my presser foot, I readjust my hands, so that way you get even stitching all the way down. All right, I'm to the end. And this is what the top of it looks like. Nice and evenly stitched. The underside, you'll see that the stitches closest to this folded edge, or the original raw edge, is the line we just sewed. So that keeps your elastic from flipping outward. Elastic laying as it should. So here is the back bodice. I'm going to go grab my front piece, both straps, and my liner piece, and then we'll sew around, sew the straps on and sew the neckline, and then I'll show you how to hide this inside the seams, this side seam of the back bodice inside the front seams, because we did not line the back. So that will be my next video.